Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of NFL All Access. Today on the show we have developing news about Ray Rice, and we'll get into that in this show. So let's get started. So if you are watching this today on a Monday, September 8th, 2014, and if you're watching this later, you're like, oh, that's old news. But if you're watching this today, this will make sense. And so here we go. Ray Rice had been released by the Baltimore Ravens today, September 8th, 2014, with a disturbing, disgusting TMZ video that just got released today at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I saw it several times. It is it's not good. Not good for Ray Rice's case. He had said that, she was at fault a little bit. That's not the case. She was backing up in the elevator, and he dropped her like, a bad haircut. Dropped her like a three-piece suit, and it just wasn't pretty. And I said it when the Ray Rice thing was first broke. Ray Rice didn't, or the Ravens didn't release Ray Rice. Ray Rice released himself based on his actions. And we saw that today. It wasn't good. And it wasn't good for the league. I don't care you didn't see the video. What do you think that Ray Rice did in the elevator? Dragging her out. They weren't playing pat a cake. They you had to put two and two together. He must have did something bad. Only suspending him 2 games, that's really going to haunt Roger Goodell. Yeah. They're not doing this. Yeah. So, she just must have not finished up the patty cake or something. Yeah, she just was out cold. Yeah, I have no idea. No. Yeah, he must have did something if she was laying limp and he's dragging her out like a dead corpse. Just wasn't a good look for the league. And not only was he released, but any team that picks him up will have to understand that he will be suspended indefinitely by any team that he is going to sign on to. If he ever does, they should know this going in. He might get a 6, 7, 8 game suspension. So I'm sure they're aware of that going in, and there will not and should not be a lot of suitors lining up to look for Ray Rice's talents and trying to sign him. That just shouldn't be the case. There's better running backs out there than somebody who beats his then fiance. My theory on what happened, why he beat her up, they were in a club, probably was talking to a guy. This is just my opinion. I have no knowledge about this, so I don't want you to say, oh, he. This is just my theory, so I don't want you. So this is just my theory. She was probably talking to a guy or something. Ray Rice saw that, didn't like it, and then confronted her in the elevator and went boom and fell down. Now he's not going to say exactly that in the press conference because then he'll sound immature and not understanding. It's like, what? You only punched her over, talking to a guy, or a guy was dancing with your fiance? That sounds very petty. So he didn't say that. And you just saw when his fiance was with her, or with him, I'm sorry, was with Ray Rice, when they were first talking about the domestic dispute on May 23rd, she didn't look right. I mean, emotionally and mentally, she wasn't there. She was kind of walking on eggshells, kind of, wasn't like happy and chipper. But who would be happy and chipper after you just got knocked out by your fiance? Um, yeah, it just wasn't good. If you haven't seen the video, um, I want to warn you. It is it's very strong, and it's shocking that a guy that strong would put his hands on a woman like that. Any woman, in that matter. I don't care who or what woman it is. You just don't put your hands. No man should put his hands on a woman. Period. I don't care if the woman's hitting you. Just don't do anything. Just hands on your back. Just don't do nothing. Okay, that was a bad example. Just hands in your hair. Just don't do nothing. I mean, you could see in the video, she was just walking back, getting away from the. I mean, as much as you could. I mean, you're in an elevator, so you're not really getting away from him because he can just take 2 steps and he's right next to you, sort of thing. But yeah, she was trying to get away from the scene, walking away. Like, all right, you're mad, whatever, and just boom, and wasn't good. Wasn't a good look on Ray Rice, the NFL, and the Ravens for supporting him. John Harbaugh after the incident, oh, we support Ray Rice and we're with him, and so that was NFL. That was NFL All Access. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my information that I gave you about this Ray Rice disturbing information, and how he is now he is released, and he is suspended indefinitely on any team he will be signed on to. This is NFL Access. I'm Jack, and I'll have more next time.